We are here to cover football's best bets of Week 16 in the NFL. I've got 5 of the best bets that I want to go over with you guys, and we're going to jump right in. Welcome to Know the Odds. First off, apologies. I said last week that it would be my last episode of the main season, but we had a great week last week. We were 3-0, and I was so stoked I had to bring you more. And there's a lot of great opportunities here in Week 16. I'm looking forward to sharing it with you. Like I said, 5 spread bets, and we're going to start off with the Bills and the Patriots. It's always nice when you got a division rivalry game coming up, because especially late in the season, because usually you got an earlier game to base it off of. The Patriots did give the Bills their first loss of the season earlier. That game was 16-10. The Bills covered the spread in that game, and they have covered the spread more often than any other team in the league this year. They're at 69% of their games. They cover the spread. They're scoring machines. They outscore the spread more than any other team out there. And the last time these two teams met, both of them were healthy. That is not the case this time, which is why I'm picking the Bills in our first bet to cover the spread of 6.5 points, which is more than what they lost to the Patriots last time. And the Patriots are not fully healthy. We've seen a decline in their attitude, their skill level, whatever you want to call it. Whether you want to put it all on Brady and the injuries that he's going through right now. He's not practicing as much as he normally does, and he is injured. All the Bills got to do if they want to win this game, and they definitely could win it, all they got to do is make contact with Brady in the first couple drives or so. That has been shown to throw him off just enough to where he's not the same for the rest of the game. He puts a lot of trust into his linemen, and as soon as that trust is shaken just the tiniest bit, everything seems to fall apart. So Bills got a pretty good chance to win it, but they're definitely going to cover the spread of 6.5. Let's move on to my team to win the NFC. The Saints are playing the Titans. In case you're wondering, my team that I'm choosing is the Saints. They have shown themselves to be exemplary in all aspects of the game. I don't really care who the team is right now. The Saints are going to give them a good fight. But in this case, it's the Titans, and the spread is only 1 point in favor of the Saints. The main thing I'm seeing here is that the Titans are in the bottom half when it comes to rankings for defense. And there's a very clear mismatch when you match that defense up against one of the strongest offenses in the league. I'm trying to find a reason why this line is so low. There's no reason why the Saints would bench any of their players. They're still in a very tight-knit battle for number 1 bye, first seed. All of it's up for grabs in the NFC there. So there's no reason why they're going to slack on this game. Titans are fighting for a spot in the playoffs as well, but I don't see any reason why they're going to get it done against the Saints. And to me, just a 1-point spread is just insulting to the Saints. They should have this by at least 6, but you never know. Strange things can happen in the end of the season. We'll talk about that in a second. But there you go, Saints to cover the spread in Tennessee. Number 3, this is going to be probably the most talked about game of the week. And I'm almost tired of seeing Cowboys games because they play them so often. I'm sure they're going to play it this week, though, again, because the Eagles and the Cowboys are locked in a tie for first place in the NFC East. They both got 7-7 records. They both have 4-3 home records. And then the Cowboys having more points puts them in the lead just barely over the Eagles. We had a game similar to this when the Titans played the Colts. And that one worked well for us if you follow our best bets here. But we're going to apply a similar strategy. These two teams are so similar in every single way. The odds should be even across the board. 50-50. It is extremely cocky to say with any confidence that one of these teams is going to win over the other. Now, sportsbooks have to put odds on it. That's what they do. And honestly, I think they favored the wrong team here. Vegas has the Cowboys winning by 2 points. Those are the spreads that you have to work with. If they had favored the Eagles, I might have taken the Cowboys plus the points. If I was handicapping this game, I would have set the Eagles as the 2-point favorites. Not Vegas, though. They have Cowboys as the 2-point favorite. And in such an evenly matched meeting of two teams, I'm going to take whatever team you give me plus 2 points. It's already 50-50 on which team's going to win. But you're giving me the Eagles plus 2 points? I'll take it. That gives me more than 50% chance of making money back. Usually the house advantage is with the casino, not this one. You're getting 2 extra points on 50-50 odds. Not only that, but the reason I would have had the Eagles as the favorites in this game is because we've heard nothing about the Cowboys. Cowboys are America's favorite team. That you're going to see more bets going towards them. The whole reasoning behind the majority of those bets is emotionally based. Since the preseason with Ezekiel Elliott holding out, the drama there, the Cowboys have been in the news every single week. There's no reason why the Cowboys should be in the news. They haven't done anything. There isn't much of a reason why the Eagles should be in the news either. But the Cowboys just get hyped so much more than they should that it influences the lines that are coming out of Vegas. Vegas knows that more people are going to be betting on the Cowboys, so they have to make the Eagles a little bit more desirable to bet on. Like I said, I'm not cocky enough to predict which way this is going to go. But you got a lot of evidence stating that the line shouldn't be where it is right now. And if you're given extra points on the Eagles, it'd be a bad bet not to take. So, Eagles covering the 2-point spread in Philadelphia makes our best bet number 3. Best bet number 4. We have the Chiefs playing the Bears in Chicago. Chiefs are the 5-point favorites here. Now, I've had very little faith in Trubisky and the Bears for a good while, most of the last 5 weeks or so. I've got even less faith in them now that they've been eliminated from the playoffs. I don't think anybody's surprised that the Chiefs are the favorites here. I am surprised that they have them winning by only 1 score, less than a touchdown. Now, the Bears might be appropriately named here because teams that are eliminated from the playoffs can be a bit of a wild animal. And you never know what you're going to see. You'll see teams like the Chargers last week where you're out of playoff contention and you just fall apart. It's like they don't care. And then you'll see teams that are like the Falcons that have been out of playoff contention for a long while, yet they're still kicking ass. The Falcons beat the 49ers last week. And it all depends on the mentality of the guys as they go into this game. But we've seen the Bears in a state of mental decline over the last few weeks. And being eliminated from the playoffs, I'm going to see that decline continue. And it's going to put this game at more than a touchdown lead for the Chiefs for me. Which is why I got the Chiefs covering the spread of 5 points against the Bears. And that'll make up bet 4. And our last best bet of the day is going to be on Monday night, where the Packers are playing in Michigan against the Vikings. These are 2 great teams. If you're not looking at the stats and comparing numbers, defenses against offenses and rushing and passing and all the little things that handicappers like to do, these 2 teams look pretty even. And they're pretty close. But the Packers have the Vikings beat on most aspects of the field. Packers are winning their division. Everybody's back and healthy. It's a good team. They're fired up. And they got motivation in this game. They need to stay on top of that first-round bye. And losing to the Vikings could just knock them off of it. So they got a lot of skin in the game. So why is it then that the Vikings are favored to win by 4.5 points? First off, 4.5 is a very specific number. It's more than a field goal. And 3 and 4 points are some of the most common differentials between teams at the end of the game. If one team scores a field goal, one team scores a touchdown, you're going to be going back and forth between a 3 and 4 point spread back and forth. So basically, Vegas is saying that the Vikings are going to win this game by at least a touchdown. Now, the only reason I can think of that Vegas would have the Packers as the underdog, not only the underdog, but a 4.5 point underdog, is that a lot of people out there think that Aaron Rodgers is a bit of a jerk or a pretty boy or a little too smug for his position. A lot of people don't like him. And they're going up a very likable team with some very nice people, a team that people want to do well and that America is generally rooting for. That's the only reason I can think of that Vegas would have the favorite so heavily weighted towards the Vikings. Now, those are all emotional reasons for betting for a team. That's how the majority of Americans bet on football. It is our job to leave the emotion out of it and stick to what we know, the basic hard-cold facts and stats. And the facts and stats are telling us that the Packers are not going to lose by 4.5 points. This is probably one of the strongest best bets that I have this week. So I hope you get in on this one. Let's go over and review the 5 of them. We got the Bills, the Saints, the Eagles, the Chiefs, and the Packers, all to cover the spread. Hey, we're coming off of a 3-0 week last week. We did good. We're hoping to continue that good betting into week 16 here. And we're going to keep going as long as we can. I'm so excited to be here and bring this to you guys. If you're enjoying or getting anything out of these, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and go check us out at knowtheodds.net. Our goal is to bring you the best information possible to make the best bets that you can. I'm having a great time doing that this football season. Nobody loves football more than me, and you can bet on that. I hope you guys have a great week and a great Christmas, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.